In the ancient lands of the Yoruba people, where the great river Niger whispered secrets to the palms and the spirits of the earth danced in the moonlight, there lived an old wench named Iyaba. She was no ordinary crone. Her skin was etched like the bark of an iroko tree, her eyes glowed with the fire of forbidden juju, and her heart was as black as the depths of the sacred waters. Iyaba had ruled the shadows of her village for centuries, feeding on the fears of the living and bargaining with the Orishas, the gods who governed life and death. But her greatest pact was with Yemoja, the mother of all waters, whom she called Mother Earth in the water, the fierce deity who cradled the world's secrets in her liquid embrace but demanded blood to keep the balance. Iyaba's power came at a price. She sacrificed the innocent to Yemoja's depths, wayward travelers, jealous rivals, even children who strayed too close to the riverbank at dusk. The villagers whispered of her in terror, calling her the devourer of souls. But one fateful night, during a storm that shook the heavens, the village elders, led by a wise Dibia, a spiritual healer, confronted her in her hut woven from mangrove roots. As lightning cracked the sky, Aya Agba cursed them all, her voice like thunder. "I will return, more beautiful than the dawn. And your blood will nourish the mother who birthed you." With a final shriek, her body withered to dust, but her essence fled into the earth, waiting to be reborn. Years passed, and the village of Odo Alaro grew peaceful under the sun. The river flowed calmly, fish leaped in abundance, and the yam harvests were bountiful. Then, one misty morning, a stranger appeared at the village edge, a young woman of breathtaking beauty named Adama. Her skin shimmered like polished ebony. Her eyes were pools of midnight that drew men like moths to flame. And her laughter echoed like the gentle ripple of waves. She wore wrappers dyed in indigo and adorned with beads that clicked like secrets shared. Adama claimed to be from a distant clan upriver, orphaned and seeking refuge. The villagers, enchanted by her grace, welcomed her with open arms. The chief's son, Kola, a strong hunter with a heart as pure as spring water, fell madly in love with her at first sight. "You are the moon reflected in the river," he told her, and she smiled, her lips curving like a hidden blade. But Adama was no orphan. She was Aya Agba reborn, her withered soul cloaked in youth and allure by Yemoja's dark magic. The goddess had granted her this form for one purpose, to harvest souls anew, to sacrifice the living. To sacrifice the living to the watery womb of Mother Earth, ensuring the land's fertility and her own eternal power. Adama moved through the village like a shadow in silk, her beauty a lure deadlier than any trap. She began with the lonely ones, the old fisherman who mended nets by the river at twilight. She approached him with a sway in her hips, offering a drink from her calabash. "Come, uncle," she cooed, her voice honeyed with enchantment. "The water calls for a blessing." He followed her to the river's edge, mesmerized, where she sang an ancient Yoruba incantation, her words weaving spells that made the water stir with unseen hands. As he waded in, thinking it a ritual bath, tendrils of water rose like serpents, pulling him under. The village mourned him as drowned by accident, but Adama's skin glowed brighter that night. Juicier still were her conquests among the young. She ensnared the village maidens first, jealous of her radiance, inviting them to secret moonlit gatherings by the water. "Sisters," she'd whisper, her fingers tracing patterns on their arms that tingled with forbidden desire. "The mother in the water grants beauty eternal. Bathe with me." One by one, they vanished, pulled into the depths amid ecstatic cries that turned to horror as their life force fed the goddess. The men came next, drawn by her sultry dances around the fire, her body moving like flames licking the night. Kola, blinded by love, ignored the warnings of the Dibia, who sensed the old evil stirring. "That woman carries death in her smile," the Dibia warned, but Kola laughed it off. Proposing marriage under the baobab tree. The night of their betrothal feast was when the terror peaked. The village pulsed with drums and palm wine, ululations filling the air. Adama, draped in gold and cowries, led Kola and a procession of revelers to the river for a cleansing rite. As they waded in, laughing and splashing, she revealed her true form. Her beautiful face twisted, wrinkles blooming like cracks in dry earth, her eyes blazing with Ayah Akbar's ancient fury. "Fools," she cackled, her voice echoing from the depths. "Your blood renews the mother." The water erupted in whirlpools, dragging the screaming villagers down. Kola fought, his muscles straining against the liquid chains, but Adama Ayah Akbar pressed her lips to his in a kiss that sucked the breath. From his lungs he sank last, his eyes wide with betrayal, as the river ran crimson. Only the Dibia survived, hidden in the reeds, chanting counterspells that weakened her hold. As dawn broke, Ayah Akbar's form dissolved back into mist, banished once more, but not before she vowed eternal return. The village was left in ruins, the river forever haunted. To this day, in the quiet bends of the Niger, fishermen whisper of a beautiful woman who appears on misty mornings, her call a siren's song. Beware her beauty, for it hides the hunger of the deep, and the mother in the water is always thirsty for more.